What's up, everybody? We have another video today, and I'm going to speak about why crafting is so important in New World and why it's better than gear drops in the game. And I know people probably have like a misconception that you can't really craft high level gear, or the gear drops are just better because better gear score. But let me show you exactly why that's not true. So if you go over to any crafting station, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see the in tier crafting gear. No, most of the times, you see 590, pretty solid 590 weapons. When you go into like the gear, you see the max is about 500 or so. Some people might think, well, I don't want to make gear that's only, 500 gear score. But, obviously, of course, you can upgrade that by, using better materials. You can increase the gear score just a little bit there. And then obviously some weapons go insane. This hammer here does 1000 to 1200 gear score. I definitely need this 100%. But so as you can see, most of the time goes up to like 500, and people are kind of confused as to why, even grind for this if 500 is the max you can get, when it's not true, and I'll show you that now. So this website right here breaks it down very well on exactly how the leveling works when it comes to the crafting in New World. So the base tier 5 gear score is 500, which is what I showed you with those pieces there. The max is about 500. But then, of course, once you get 200, so max in your crafting or trade skill, whether it's weaponsmithing or armor crafting or armoring or whatever it is, you get a plus 25 for the maximum gear score bonus. That's only after you hit completely max 200. And that's a very big raise. Also, you have the gear buffs that are added to your gear, plus 15 also. So that's another 15 that you can get. Epic materials, times 3, of course. So you have another 45 gear score added to your gear, plus food buffs, which you can craft through Arcana. It's another 15, plus house trophies you can get through furnishing. Those also up the gear scores of your gear. You can get up to 15, and then the settlement project buff, you can get up to 5. So max you can actually get up to is about 620, but the maximum gear score is about 600. Obviously I don't know much people that have got there yet to really show this off, but 600 gear score is possible through crafting and higher, to be honest, sir. So if you do see here, you only have to be level 55 for like the highest food buff here for armoring. This one does give you a plus 10% increase in the maximum gear score, which is very good. This one's for Arcana, another 10 increase. And then this one also for engineering, your gear scores increased by 10 also. So these buffs are really helpful for crafters if you didn't know that. Then you can see here when it comes to furnishing, you have the minor weaponsmithing crafting trophy that says you get a small bonus when using crafting stations for your weaponsmithing profession. This one's the same thing here, but like for your engineering profession. So also you have to utilize these in your house to go ahead and get these buffs also. So being a master crafter in this game is very important. It's like having a cheat code. In this game, it really comes down to either you have money or you're able to craft everything. And if you don't have either one of those, then you're pretty much screwed. You're not going to be, having the best growth in the game, especially when it comes to new content, which I'm going to talk about now, because when this game does release new content, of course you can see here they have these expedition armors they're called replicas. So when they do start adding more expeditions into the game, those higher level contents, you're gonna have to be able to craft those also. And if you don't have those max materials, or most likely they're gonna be able to craft it at a higher armoring skill or a higher weapon skills, or whatever they choose to add, you're really gonna need that. They might make it 150 to be able to craft the new dungeon stuff or new expeditions, whatever they release. So that's really something to take note on. A big reason why I'm doing all this is just because a lot of people are, hitting level 60 and then they go and do chest runs. They run around, get their chests up and their chests up. Because if you do know, in this game, every single time you pick up any certain item, the gear score is watermarked to that spot. I think it might be different between light, medium, and heavy, and between all different weapons. So depending on your gear score, it's good to have those equipped, and I guess it will go up depending on the highest gear score you have watermarked in each slot here. But You know, when you get to 60, that's really a lot of work, and people are doing that for days and days on end, when you could just work on maxing out your crafting, getting those food buffs, getting those trophies, getting yourself a house, and you'll definitely be way more well off when it comes to the in-game content in this game. You can definitely get to a 600 gear score. Another thing that you have to consider is just how versatile your builds can be when crafting, because, you know, gear drops, you're really limited to, you know, try to find that perfect gear piece that has your perfect, you know, stats on that you want. Obviously, when you're crafting, you can go here and put on any perk you want. You can get yourself basically turn the weapon blue, get yourself a gem slot just with using better materials, you know. So you really have so much more customization with the perks, and then just the gear score and the rarity, just all around. You're basically customizing yourself into the character you really want to play. So that's pretty much it with this video. I just think some people maybe didn't know that, and they should know that now so they can get into crafting now. As you can see, I'm on level 42, but I've only been doing crafting since I started. Obviously, I did a little bit of questing, but I do have my trade skills here. You know, they're not the best, but I do plan, of course, to get to 200 in everything. And if not everything, at least in the main: weaponsmithing, armoring, engineering, jewelry crafting, arcana, at least all these top right here, these top 5, because these are what's really gonna get you the in-game gear. If this video helped you in any type of way, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the comment section, tell me what you guys are working on in your playthrough, how you guys are playing through the game. Obviously, I have my Master Crafter series. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. I'm uploading every day, and I'll catch you guys later.
In the nighttime, it get tricky. Mess with me, we send that boy straight there. Whoa! Straight to the backseat. Put him work up in the nighttime, and it's getting tricky. I put my sweat and my tears in this bitch, so I swear to God it's getting busy.